is Rojean. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be different from what we're used to in this channel because today's video is going to be a beauty video. Today I'm going to be talking about and showing you guys some of my favorite makeup products so far in 2025. Not a lot of you guys know this, but I work in the beauty industry as a part-time job right now as I am in college. I am studying marketing and I do a lot of research and projects based off of the beauty industry and the beauty brands as well. So a lot of my personal life and my career is built around and also heavily beauty themed, and I just wanted to share to you guys some of my experiences with makeup products and beauty products so far in 2025 and share my favorites. But before we start, I'd like to introduce the sponsor of today's video. Actually, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but we have a sponsor for today's video, and that is LinjerJewelry. LinjerJewelry is a fine jewelry brand that prides themselves on creating high quality, long-lasting and sustainable pieces made of high-quality gold, silver, and gems. LinjerJewelry's mission is to create jewelry pieces of luxury standards that are affordable for their quality level. Each piece is made sustainably with recycled gold and silver, doing less harm to our planet. All of the jewelries that I'm wearing right now for this video is actually sent to me by LinjerJewelry, so thank you so much. We will get into each of these pieces later on, but I just wanted to share a short little experience I have with jewelry. I made this resolution at the beginning of this year to completely get rid and stop buying cheap jewelries that you can usually buy at your typical department store. And that's just because these jewelries usually, again, come very cheap. They're very cute at the beginning, but after a couple use, and if you get them wet, they always end up tarnishing, some of them even rust, and they just end up always looking like eyesores on my vanity, and they just make me want to completely stop wearing my jewelry or accessorizing on that day. So this year, I made it a resolution to start investing in higher quality jewelry that will last me a long time, if not forever. Jewelry pieces that I can pass on to generations, and that is the quality of LinjerJewelry. Again, I'm wearing all LinjerJewelries right now, and I'm gonna give you a quick tour. Starting with the rings, first I have the Alyssa Moonstone ring, which is a gold vermeil ring. Gold vermeil is a type of gold coating that is thicker than a regular gold-plated jewelry. This gold vermeil moonstone ring has a gold coating that is 5 times thicker compared to gold-plated jewelries. This one is adorned with these beautiful rainbow moonstones whose hues can change depending on the lighting. I love this piece because it's simple but elegant to where you can wear it as either a statement piece or you can stack it with other pieces as well. Next, I have the Katrine faceted ring, which is a beautiful infinity illusion design. It is an elegantly simple design that is timeless and versatile. I love stacking this with other rings. I've tried it already and it looks so beautiful with them. This one is also a gold vermeil. Moving on to the earrings, I first have the Keshi pearl earrings, which is one of Linjer's most popular styles. This is another gold vermeil piece with a freshwater pearl drop. I think that this would be a beautiful going out earring, and I love this because it gives off such a delicate style that will add a sense of elegance to any outfit. And last but not least, and my favorite out of all the jewelry that Linjer sent me, is the Triana vintage chunky gold vermeil earrings. I always love a vintage design, and when I saw this, I just completely fell in love with it, and I knew that I was going to use it every single day. The details of this hoop earrings are so beautiful and unique. You can wear it by itself or you can style it with any other earrings as well. Linjer's jewelry has been seen worn by celebrities like Hailey Bieber, Millie Bobby Brown, Gigi Hadid, and so much more. I am so excited to be styling and wearing these jewelry that Linjer sent me. And the best part about them is that I know that I can confidently wear them knowing that they will last forever. So definitely check them out. There's a ton of timeless designs that you can choose from on their website. I provided a link to their website on the description box below, along with a special code Rojean that you can use at checkout for a special offer. Again, that's code Rojean at checkout for a very special offer. Again, thank you so much LinjerJewelry for choosing to collaborate with me for this video. I truly, truly appreciate it. And for you guys, definitely check them out. Now to the video. All of my favorite products that I'm going to be talking about today, I am wearing right now. I actually wore each and every one of them on purpose so that you can see what it looks like on me, but I'm also going to be including clips of me applying them as I talk about them so that you can see what I'm talking about. So number one on my list is the Easy Blur Foundation by Huda Beauty. And there's a lot of things that I love about this foundation. One, it's just really how beautiful it looks on the skin. It looks like your skin, but enhanced. This product is described to have a natural finish and is a medium buildable coverage. It definitely looks really natural on the skin. I feel like when I apply it, it gives me that hydrated, healthy look. It is not luminous or glowy of any sort, so depending on if you like a glowy finish or not, then that might be a pro or a con for you. This one is really just a hydrating foundation that makes your skin look really healthy. It blends out so well and easy. It's just really a beautiful foundation in person and on camera. I've been using it for filming all my makeup videos, for my shorts, for I think the last couple weeks now, and I just really love using it. It looks great on camera. It looks beautiful on the skin. I like how it feels like. It almost doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything right now, and that's just a big plus for me. The coverage lives by its description. It is medium but buildable, and it does not feel heavy on the skin at all. As for creasing, I'm not really the type of person who strives for zero creasing. I just think that it's impossible for you not to crease. Instead, I look for minimal creasing, and that's just because skin, naturally moves and it creases as we move and talk. Especially for me, I have high cheekbones, so my creases usually go over here since it's very deep with my cheekbones and when I smile. So my realistic standard has always been looking for a foundation that minimizes the appearance of them, if not only giving a minimal sign of creasing. And this one is just the foundation that I trust the most. This product also has niacinamide in it, which is really nice, but I'm not really a big skincare and makeup kind of person. I just feel like you can't really get much from it more than you already will with your actual skincare products outside makeup or before your makeup. But I do know that skincare and makeup is a big plus, if not a main preference for a lot of you out there. So if you're one of those people, definitely give this one a shot because it's really nice. It has niacinamide in it, so yeah, you might really like that. Now, the only thing that I have against this foundation is the blurring part, and that's because for a product that has the word blur in its name, it doesn't really blur any more special compared to any other blurring foundations or blurring primers. Like I said, this is a beautiful foundation, so I really love it. If it wasn't for the word blur on the product name, I wouldn't even look for that, or I wouldn't even use it as a category of reviewing it for this video. But since it had that on its name, I was just like, where is the blur? I don't really see a blur in it, but blurring is not something that I look for in foundations anyway, so I really don't mind that. But if you are trying this foundation for the blurring part, then maybe this won't be for you. Some people say that you need to use the blurring primer that is also a part of this line from Huda Beauty in order for you to see that blur, but I just don't think that I should need to have the primer as well in order to make this foundation work. I usually don't like it when you can only make a product work if you use another product with it, especially if the description already says it's supposed to give that to you. Does that make any sense? But either way, without the blurring part, this foundation to me is a 10 out of 10. I love it. It definitely was the first thing in my mind when I wanted to make this video. Next on the list is the Match Stix Contour Sticks by Fenty Beauty. I just had to add this contour sticks to my favorite list because it has one of the best shade ranges out there. And by that I mean shades that you can actually call contour shades. I just feel like the market is filled with contour products, but when you apply them on your skin, the color is still warm. And when a contour appears warm on your skin, you can't really call it a contour because then that would make a bronzer. If a contour is coming off warm on your skin, it's not gonna do what it's supposed to do, which is to create illusions of shadows on your face, which you can only do with cooler undertones. So basically, if it has a warm undertone, then it's a bronzer, which is meant to create a tanned or sun-kissed look around your face. You also apply that on different areas of your face. And cooler undertones are what makes contours, which is meant to create shadows that define your face and also accentuate your structure. Now that we've cleared that, we're gonna go back to the Fenty Beauty Match Sticks because again, I think that they have the best contour shades selections out there. These ones actually have cool tones and some grayish undertones, which is what a contour shade should be. Right now I'm using the shade Amber Suede, which is a darker shade extension of the viral shade Amber. If there's one thing that I have against this product is that I wish that these were creamier. Prior to switching to the Fenty Match Sticks, I was using the Milk Contour Sticks, which were really creamy, and I just felt like those really melted onto your skin on application, and it was very easy to blend. So when I switched to the Fenty Beauty Match Sticks, it was just kind of a different experience. It required just a little bit more effort in terms of blending, but it was nothing too crazy. It was manageable, and I still would choose this over any other contour products just for the shade alone. Next on the list is a drugstore brand. It is the Everyday Smoky Palette by e.l.f. Cosmetics. And this one comes in different color stories, which I heard can be a great dupe for a lot of popular luxury eyeshadow palettes out there. For example, the e.l.f. Keep It Ethereal eyeshadow palette I heard is a dupe of the Ethereal eyeshadow palette by Makeup by Mario, but I didn't really like that palette anyways. I feel like I already have a lot of warm palettes, so I decided to go for this Everyday Smoky palette because I feel like this one has a lot of neutral and cool undertones in them. e.l.f. is also just a brand that I trust with anything drugstore. I'm a big fan of them because they make good performing products for affordable prices, and for that, they're just a girl's girl. I love this palette for many reasons, one being the size. Now, I love me some good big eyeshadow palettes, but it takes forever to go through and finish them before they expire, and I always feel guilty just seeing myself having to throw them away because they've already expired, which makes palettes of this size really practical and satisfying. The formula of these eyeshadows are really good and are easy to work with, specifically the matte ones. They are very blendable, pigmented, and versatile. I've used these eyeshadows with each other, but also with other eyeshadow products and brands, and they work well with them. As for the shimmers, I'm not a really big fan of. I think they're okay. The shimmers just have a very little shine to them, and it takes a whole lot of going back to the palette, reapplying it to your eyelids for you to see a lot of shimmer on your eyes. Like for example, the one that I have on right now, this one required so much going back to the palette and then applying them onto my eyelids before I got to this level of shine. So for that, I'm not a very big fan of the shimmers, but I mainly use the mattes anyways, and with that, I'm already very much contented. I also find myself to be reaching out for this palette more recently than my Natasha Denona palettes, and for that, it just makes the purchase so satisfying. Next on the list is the We're Even Concealer by Fenty Beauty. I've been using this concealer every single day and for every makeup look regularly for the past couple months now, and I'm almost out of my first tube. I'm about to get my second one, and it is just such a very reliable concealer product. It is described as a hydrating, natural, skin-like finish, and it is waterproof and long-lasting. I find it to do exactly everything in that description. It sits so well and naturally on the skin, it works well with other products, and it does not need a lot of retouching throughout the day to make it last. This concealer is also just very lightweight, so it has very minimal signs of creasing, and it works well with my powder products, and I always use a setting powder on top of my concealer, just so you guys know. I would recommend this product for all skin types just because First, it is hydrating, so I think that it would be good for those who may have dry under eyes, but it is the kind of hydrating that is not heavy or oily, so I think that you can enjoy this even if you have oily skin. Next that I wanted to talk about is the Flush Bomb Cream Blushes by Merit. That took way too long for me to say. Now, I love myself some multitasking products, products that you can use for multiple purposes. I just feel like when a product does that, it makes the purchase so satisfying. I always just end up reaching out for something if it's multitasking and it becomes a staple in my collection. And for me, it's just, that's what purchases are for, when you can use it for anything and you know that you're gonna go through it and finish it and repurchase it. These Flush Bombs by Merit does exactly that. This product is mainly a blush product, but you can use it for multiple purposes. I use it for my eyes for a quick flush of color, and I also use it onto my lips actually. So I take this with me anywhere and everywhere, and it's just a reliable product. So if I was traveling and I only needed one product to take with me that can do a lot of things for me, this would be one of them. This blush starts out very sheer, but you can build your way up to your preference. So if you wanted a brighter pop of color, you can definitely build your way up to that. And because of that reason, I will recommend this to anyone who is a beginner, or if you're the kind of person who doesn't like the poppy blushes, which I get that a lot of blush products in the market right now are very, very pigmented. So if that is not your thing, you might really like this one because it's very versatile. Their shade ranges for this one is also just very, very pretty. The one that I'm holding on this clip right now is a mini version that came in a holiday set that I got a year ago, but this one comes in a bigger regular packaging. And like I said, this product can be multitasking, at least in my experience. I use it as a quick flush of color onto my eyelids when I'm not feeling like doing a whole makeup routine. And I also use this as a lip color. My favorite shade of this one, which is the one that I'm using on this clip right now, is the shade Fox, which on my skin tone, I have light medium, neutral undertone, and I can kind of be olive sometimes. And this shade is one of my favorite nude terracotta pinkish colors for my lips. Next on the list, I have the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist by Rare Beauty. So if you guys might notice, some of the products that I'm talking about right now are new releases. Some of them are products that have been in the market for a very long time, and that's just because I'm not a really big trying out every single release kind of person. I would if I'm really intrigued or if I feel like there's an interesting reason for me to try them, but I try products from different release dates. Anything that I'm curious about, I will try. So yeah, some of these products that you're seeing right now are gonna be old products that I just tried out, or products that have been my tried and true for many years and I'm still using to this day, and I just wanted to share with you guys. So again, one of them is gonna be the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist by Rare Beauty. I've been using this product and I've been buying it since the day it came out. It is a part of Rare Beauty's original line when they launched in, I believe, 2019. The first thing that I really just love about this mist is the scent. Now, don't get overwhelmed about the word scent because it's not a potent kind of scent. When you spray this, you're just gonna smell a little bit of that fresh scent that will fade away almost instantly. It's just kind of like a relaxing, therapeutic experience, but it's gonna go away, so you don't have to worry about it lingering on for too long or sticking onto your skin, because it won't. It's just that short little experience. The value for this product is my favorite part, and that's just because, like it says, it is a 4-in-1, so you can use it to hydrate throughout the day. Even if you're not wearing makeup, you can just use it to rehydrate throughout the day. You can use it to prime before your makeup. You can use it to set your makeup, and you can also use it as a finishing spray. And I use it for all 4 of those. So I go through this very, very quickly, and I really get my money's worth out of it. I just really love this product so much, and I love it when I catch myself using something so often because, again, it just makes you feel your money's worth. Next up, I have the Easy Bake Ube Powder by Huda Beauty. Now, I've heard that there's a lot of mixed reactions from people on this specific shade of the Easy Bake powder, but to me, I personally love this product. Before the shade even came out, I already love Huda Beauty's Easy Bake powder formula. It is just one of the best powders out there. It's very finely milled. When you apply it onto your skin, it blurs so beautifully. It just looks so great on the skin, and it lasts all day like that. Whenever I wear their powder, I get compliments all the time that my skin looks like butter, and nothing feels better than that. I'm also from the Philippines, where ube comes from, and ube is one of my favorite desserts of all time. So when I heard about this launch and about this collection, I just knew I had to try it. So I got it and tried it, and I loved it. Now this shade, according to Huda herself, is made for medium to darker skin tones, and is kind of meant to be a pink powder for brown girls. So if you fall within that shade range, definitely give this one a shot. You might find that it is your perfect pink powder. I appear lighter on camera than I am in person, but I am falling within the light medium category. I have a neutral undertone, and I can sometimes be kind of olive. So this powder, when I tried it out, looked really good on my skin. I've tried pink powders in the past, and they always end up looking so ashy on my skin. It's way too light. So when I tried this one out, it just felt like I found the pink powder for my skin tone. When you apply it onto your skin, it does not look like that bright, overwhelming electric lilac color. It just applies on your skin like a faint pink. So definitely don't get overwhelmed by it. Again, if you fall within that shade range, I think that you should give this a shot. Now, I do have to say that I only use this under my eyes. Sometimes I will also apply some around my nose area or down here on my jaws, or like up here in my forehead, but I often only use it under my eyes. Depending on my eyeshadow look, I might apply it by itself on my under eyes, or I would go first ahead with the original pound cake shade of the Easy Bake, and then put the ube powder on top of it, which is what I did on this makeup look that I have on right now. And I do that just to diffuse the pink a little bit. Sometimes I just feel like my eyeshadow look does not pair too well with a too pink of an under eye, so I will diffuse that pink with a little bit of the pound cake before the ube powder. We're almost towards the end, and my next product is gonna be the Lip Line Lip Liners by Glossier. I think that this one is one of Glossier's most underrated products ever. I just don't see a lot of people talking about this product or reaching in for this product when it is so good. I use this one almost every single day, and sometimes I even apply lip gloss on top of it. I would wear it all day, and at the end of the day, I can still see some of it lingering on my lips. So for that, I just really love bringing this with me. For this video, I am using the lip liner in shade Bit, and it is my perfect everyday and versatile lip liner shade. What's really quirky from this collection by Glossier is that they created the color story inspired by nipples. And you heard me right, it is inspired by nipple colors. And it's because apparently there's this beauty theory that apparently your perfect natural lip liner shade is based off the color of your nipples. So I'm not sure how true that is, but I just thought that it's a cute, funny little trivia about this product. And then last but not least is another drugstore product, and it is the Super Lustrous Lipsticks by Revlon. Unless there is a really big difference with the formulas, or if I can only truly find a specific shade of lipstick in a luxury brand, then I will get that lipstick in that luxury brand. But if I can find all of my lipsticks in a drugstore brand, I will do exactly that. Just because I feel like with lipsticks, you don't really need to go too far or too expensive for them. And that's because I just find that a lot of lipstick formulas can be really similar, luxury versus drugstore. And sometimes I just feel like some drugstore products outperform the luxury ones. So especially with lipsticks, I try to keep it as cheap as possible. Revlon's super lustrous lipsticks are so good. They come in different finishes and formulas. What I have on right now is the satin finish, but they also have the pearly kind of luminescent finish one, which is giving off that 90s or early 2000s shiny lipsticks that kind of look metallic and pearly. These lipsticks glide on so well. It is very hydrating and it just has great pigment power. Now for the lasting power, I don't really expect much with satin lipsticks in terms of lasting power, just because I feel it's kind of contradictory. Lipsticks that are hydrating or satin lipsticks typically have more oil in them compared to matte ones, so it won't have a long-lasting power compared to matte products. But either way, this product lasts for a decent amount of time, especially for what it is, which is a satin lipstick. So I'm really happy with it. Okay friends, and that is all of my favorite makeup products so far in 2025. If you reached the end of this video, thank you so much for sticking through and for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you. If you like this video, definitely give it a like, and if you want to see more of this, stick around and subscribe to my channel. Again, I'd like to thank LinjerJewelry for sponsoring today's video. Go ahead and check out their fine jewelry on their website, which I will be providing a link of in the description box. Again, do not forget to use the code Rojean for a very special offer at checkout. With LinjerJewelry, you can start your collection of fine jewelry that will last and stand the test of time. Okay guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you liked this video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye!